Bob Sager here. I want to take a few minutes today to talk to you about a very important topic, a topic that I feel that can simplify your life. And I really think that people complicate network marketing too much, and that's because they just don't know. So my job right now is going to be to make your life easier, to get you think differently so your business will grow that much quicker. And what I've done is I put things into compartments to make me remember. So I'm actually looking at some things that I could share with you. So one of the things that I think you really need to understand, and we all need to understand, is what type of business we're in. And what I mean by that is nobody woke up this morning and said, you know, I need a better probiotic, or I need 30 grams of protein in order to shred my body fat and maintain my muscle mass. People don't wake up that way. We understand that Kivana will be the 15th billion-dollar company in the network marketing industry, and it's just a phenomenal company. Put that aside. The minute you think that you're in the healthcare business or nutraceutical business, you're in trouble. The minute you think that. We're in the business of changing people's lives. We give an individual the ability to own his or her own life. That's what we do. We give them the ability to take control of their life with time freedom, money freedom, to choose what they want to do, when they want to do it, where they want to do it, whoever they want to do. That's the business that we're in. People woke up this morning saying, gee, I don't want to go to work today. Gee, I'd love to have another couple of $1,000s in the bank today so I can go do what I want. Gee, I'd like to go on a vacation. That's what people woke up this morning thinking about. They didn't think about getting a better probiotic. And that's how we have to talk to people. The minute you start to mention product, you're in trouble and you lose, and it will be that much more difficult to enroll that person. Here's what I mean by that. Let me explain further. The first thing in our mind when we come into this business that we think of on people who to enroll, we think of salespeople. We think of people that are out there, like myself, like a lot of other people that you know, people that can go out and sell. Well, folks, here's the facts. 95% of the world cannot sell. Only 5% of the world can sell, and we go after the 5%. And the 5% spend their careers being recruited from other people to go and sell other products and services during their career. And when something doesn't go right, they're off to the next best thing. And I don't want you to get this the wrong way. What I'm trying to share with you is that oftentimes we go after the 5% as opposed to the 95%. Here's what happens when you go after the 95% and all of a sudden you start to talk about product. The 95% that cannot sell, and the minute you start to mention product, what do they say? Oh, I don't want to do that. I can't sell. That's the first thing they say. Or the 5% that we go to them and talk to them about the opportunity, they turn around and say, oh, I'm busy, I have too much time. So what we need to understand, is one, what business we're in. Number two, we need to have clarity on who we're approaching and how to approach them, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But the other thing too is how you approach someone with our opportunity will determine how they perceive it in their brain, and whether or not they'll determine right away, within probably about 15 seconds to 18 seconds, they'll determine if this is for them or not, based on the words that come out of your mouth. So one of the things and one of the scripts that we use, which is on our business building system, on the back here where you have inviting scripts, one of the scripts that we talk about is a script entitled Own Your Life. So let's presuppose you're a friend of mine. And by the way, think about this for a minute. I believe this is a business where you share with your friends, family, neighbors, and coworkers. Very simple. And when you've got that connection with people and you talk to them, whether it's in person or on the phone, and very nonchalantly, towards the end of the conversation, towards the end of the meal, when the plane is pulling up into the gate, at the end, and you very nonchalantly said, hey Mary, have you ever given any thought to what it would be like to own your life? And just listen. Silence is beautiful. You wait to hear what Mary says, and then you very casually say, here's what I think it would be like. You know, when you subtract the sleeping time, the commuting time, the working time, all the other time that we have to do things in our lives and for other people's lives. Most people have 1 or 2 hours to themselves to do what they would like to do, and do they have the money to do it with? What we've discovered is a home-based business that is so simple that it gives the average person the ability to own their life. There's no selling and there's no major time involved. If you're interested and open-minded, I'll get you some information. Now think about what I just said. We've discovered a simple business. There's no selling involved, and it takes no time. Wow, I just got rid of all of the objections that most people come up with. I've got no time, I'm not a salesperson, things like that. If you're able to get that script down and read it over and over, or there are cards that you can go and buy called Own Your Life, okay, with a little script on the back that you could read it from over the phone, or we put it on the back here where you could read it over the phone, and let it become part of you. Let it become part of the words that come out of your mouth. Write it down 3 times, read it. But what it does is it gets rid of those objections. The most common objection in this business is I've got no time, or I'm not a salesperson. Boom, gone. 1, 2, 3, gone. After that, you'll send them the DVDs or video online via an email script you have right there. And after that, you're going to do a 3-way call with your sponsor. And when you get your person on the phone with your sponsor, you'll say something like this: Mary, I have on the phone with us Bob. He's my mentor and sponsor. He's going to share the vehicle with you on my behalf. And when he does that, I get to learn. Now think about what I just said. The person that you're trying to get involved in our wonderful opportunity is understanding that now, wow, Mary is learning so she could learn from this gentleman. How great is that? That there's a team effort here. Every word that comes out of your mouth is so important. Is so important. So step 1 is the inviting script. Step 2, you're going to email out the videos, or you can hand a DVD, or you can hand brilliant compensation. Whatever it is in the process that we have laid out, just go ahead and do. You'll do the 3-way call with your sponsor. And then from there, after you enroll Mary, how much time you take to train her will determine how she duplicates. If you take more than 45 minutes, max 60 minutes, it's too much. It's way, way too much. It should take no more than 45, max 60 minutes to go through this little card with the person you just involved. And at the end, you turn to Mary and say, Mary, with all the people you know and my help, do you think we can enroll 5 people in the next 30 days? And then if so, duplicate the process all over again. The least amount of time you speak during this process, and let the third-party tools do this, the better off you are. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. One of the biggest wastes of time that people spend is looking for people to bring into this business. We use a mathematical simple equation in this business. 5 by 5 by 5. So 5, 25, 125, 625, 3125, 15,000, and so on and so forth. We're saying bring in 5. But think about it. If those people we taught correctly to bring in 5, we've got 25, and so on and so on and so on. I spoke to a gentleman 2 weeks ago that brought in 4 people. Those 4 people led him to 880,000 people. Here's the other thing. Let's go back to the salesperson syndrome for a minute. The salesperson, me, I have no problem talking to people. I have no problem. But the challenge that I have is that I constantly want to go talk, 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 talk without driving the lines deep. That's my personality. That's the salesperson's personality. But the 95% that don't like talking to strangers will go out and bring in 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And then help those people get people. And so on and so on and so on. Help those people get people. So when you bring in someone, help them. You want to go and meet their friends. They know 200, 300 plus people. Go meet their friends And that's much more comfortable than going out for the